Hi, this is Donna Ashton with the founder of the Power of Programs, and welcome to video 2, where we're going to dive into really getting started on your course. So let me recap yesterday. We talked about the benefits of having an online course in your business, which was the passive income, recurring consistent income, getting visibility for your business, raising yourself up as an expert in your field, and touching lives, like really making a difference in people's lives. Just as I'd rolled over 6,000 people into my online courses, and I would have never been able to do that if I was working in a one-to-one situation. But with my courses, I could touch people all over the world and really make a big impact. Okay, so let's move today into really getting started and kind of honing in a little bit more on the very beginnings of your course. I'm going to switch over to the screen share. So here's a recap of the 5 steps from yesterday, which we talked about, which was validate your course, organize your course, create your course content, the content delivery, and the launch and fill. So we're going to back up and kind of hone in a little bit more on the very first step, which is validate your course. So what I want to talk about briefly is choosing your best and most marketable idea for your course. So we talked a little bit about this yesterday, and it kind of relates to the course outcome. So once you've done some studies, once you've done a little bit of research, I want you to really hone in on that which people are really coming to you with the greatest challenge. So let me give you an example from my own business. This happened in the fall when I launched my Power of Programs, How to Create Your Profitable Online Course. And I had people in the course, and I noticed that a lot of them were getting stuck right at the very beginning. They weren't moving into the next steps. And when I asked, what was going on, I found out that a lot of them were really stuck on their topic. They didn't know exactly what to do. They were stuck over there, still going back. I don't know if I should teach this or I should teach this. So what I decided to do was create a mini course on choosing your course topic. I really go deep into that to kind of help walk them through that so that they don't have to get stuck. And now that's an extra piece, an extra value, and I do include that with my Power of Programs course so that people aren't stuck over there. Once they get their topic, they can move right into the creation. So you have to be able to meet people where they are. I thought people were all right here ready to go and create their course, but they were one step before that. And until I got the feedback, I didn't know that. So the more feedback you can get about exactly the challenges and where people are, the better your course will be, and it'll be right on the money, exactly what they need when they start to go through the course. So let's talk about the transformation or your course outcome, a really big piece in this. So it's very similar to the topic, but it's what your students are going to get when they take your course. So for instance, in mine, I teach people how to create a course, and if they follow my steps, they will have their first profitable course done when they follow my 5 steps. So maybe you are a Facebook expert, and you want to teach people how to do Facebook ads. So maybe your course outcome is they'll be able to easily create their first Facebook ad. It could be even more specific. Easily create your first Facebook ad using the Power Editor, like even more honed in so that people understand what they're going to get when they see your marketing. So when they come to your sales page or they hear you talking about it and they say, oh, lose those last 10 pounds after having a baby. Perfect. That's exactly me. I've got to lose, not me personally, but maybe when they see it, they're like, oh yeah, that's it. I've got just 10 more pounds I need to lose. So if you're a health and wellness coach, a weight coach, you can teach a lot of things, and you could teach about losing weight, but you're honing in and saying, maybe losing those last 10 pounds in the next 2 months, or it could be something like that. Very specific so that people will understand what they're going to get from your course, and it's very obvious, and they go, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I need right now. I've got to lose these 10 pounds in the next 2 months so I can start wearing shorts or get back into my skinny jeans or whatever it might be. So your course transformation, while it's similar to the topic and it is related to the topic, it really tells your students what the transformation is that they're going to get. Students are not buying your great course. They want the transformation. They want to get back in their skinny jeans. They want to get that Facebook ad done so they can make more money in their business. They're not just, oh, I can't wait to make a Facebook ad. No, they want to make money or they want to increase their business. So you're going to help them with your course. So they need to know exactly the transformation they're going to get so that they can see it and go, great, I'm going to learn to house break my puppy in 14 days because my dog is peeing all over, right? So they need that transformation. They don't really care as much about how they're going to get there, but they want the transformation. That's what they're buying. That's what they're investing in. So the second thing that this helps with is you. When you are designing your course, if you know that this is the information that you need to bring, then that is where you need to stay. It'll help you to only give the information your students need to get them to that transformation. Only that information. So, that might sound kind of weird, like, oh, like you're holding back or you're not giving everything, but you don't want to give everything. You don't want to overwhelm your students. You are over here and your students are still over here. So if you give them everything in the kitchen sink in your course, they're going to be overwhelmed. They're never going to make it through to module 35. No one wants to take a course with so much information, 250 pages of, PDF worksheets and all of that. It's going to be too overwhelming. So you only need to give them the information that will get them to the transformation. You're not doing them a disservice. You're doing them a disservice if you put all kinds of random information in there that distracts them, that gets them off track, and doesn't keep them flowing in the steps that they need to get to the transformation. I know you have other things out there you can teach, and maybe that'll become another course, or that'll be part 2, or that'll be the next step that you take people through, but you want to keep only the information they need to get to that transformation. That's why it's very important that you understand and kind of identify your transformation first, because it's going to be the foundation that your entire course is built on. And if it's shaky and you're not quite sure, then as you build, it's just going to be a mediocre course instead of the exact course that people can't wait to purchase and invest in, because they need to get to this transformation. They need to fix their problems, and you have the solution right there in your course. So I hope this makes sense. All right, let me see here. Oops, I think I just forgot to do this part. There we go. All right, let's talk about the 3 beginner mistakes. So as we're talking about moving into getting started, I really want to go over the 3 mistakes. And we've talked about a little bit about some of this already, and one is no feedback. Never create a course that you want. Never create what you want in the course. You want to create what your people want, what your tribe wants, what your ideal clients want, and not what you think is really cool. Now, of course, I want you to be passionate and love what you're doing, and hopefully you do, and you're right in there, but give them the piece that they're really, really looking for right now, instead of the piece that you think is where they want to be. All right. The next one is not being clear on your outcome. And we just talked all about why you not be clear on your outcome, because it is the foundation of your course. And you really want to make sure that you have this foundation, that you're totally clear, so that you can move forward into all the other steps in creating your course. Oops. And number 3 is not knowing how to put it all together. And that can be really overwhelming when you're getting started, because you're like, okay, great, I've got this, I've got my outcome, but now what do I do? And it can feel like I have all these pieces. So I want to first tell you that it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. My Power of Programs goes through the 5 steps. I've already done it for you. It's my proven system. You don't have to make it up as you go and fumble around and make it take twice as long and spend twice as much money and make twice as many mistakes. I've identified everything over there in the Power of Programs, and it is a big thing to try to do this on your own if you don't have any guidance and you've never done it before. So I suggest having a system to follow so that it's easier. It doesn't make you overwhelmed and frustrated and crazy, because obviously you're doing other things in your business, and this will make it a lot easier. Okay. Let me show you one more thing here. I'm going to stop sharing just for a second and move down to the bottom. There we go. Oops, I'm gonna go back to the share. Screen share, sign on. Okay, great. Okay, this is Brenna Haynes, and she was one of my clients and went through my system. And she said, after working with Dawn, I had a clear idea about my course's position. That's what we talked about, the outcome, exactly what you're going to do, marketing strategy, and ideal user. She had some great bones. She had her the basics of it, and she's an amazing writer. And her course is to teach people how to create their world-changing book. So she's on a mission too, a lot like me. She's taking people's amazing work and helping them create a world-changing book. And after we worked together, we really honed in on her, her outcome and exactly what she was going to deliver in her course, and it made a world of difference. She launched her very first launch in January, and she had a small list, but was able to add 300 people to her list from her actual launch, and she made over $6,000 in her very first launch. And I know that she is going to relaunch this in the fall, and I'm sure her numbers will be higher because she's got some feedback, and she'll do another launch, and I'm sure that everything will go really well because she is an amazing world-changing author. Okay, this is Monica Herwig, and she went through my Power Programs course and worked with me. And she said she's a naturopath, and she had clients coming to her office, obviously with office hours. And after launching her first course, she was able to pull back on her hours a little bit so that she didn't have to take as many clients. She could spend more time with her family. She's got 2 young girls. And she said, here, Donna guided me step by step through launching my first course. She made something happen that I've been dreaming about for some time. My soul had been aching to spread my wings and reach a bigger audience, but I didn't know where to start. And I was freaked out about the technology. And yes, that's one of the big keys for people. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So I don't want you to be hindered by that. So, okay, so we talked about the really honing in on the course outcome and how important it is, the 3 mistakes that you don't want to make when you're getting started with getting your course going. And we're going to talk tomorrow on video 3 about the challenges to creating a course, like technology, or you're so busy, and all the other little things that might come up. I'm going to give you some information on how to launch quickly, and even if you have a small list, and the best way to fill your course and start earning money right away. So your homework today is to go down in the comments and tell me your course outcome, or at least your topic. I want to hear what amazing course you guys want to create. So tell me your topic and or outcome, and I'll be happy to hone in and help you right there in the comments below. And you guys who are commenting, there may be a special prize that might be coming down the line. So don't forget to go down and comment if you want to be entered into that. So I will be looking for your comments. Tell me what your course topic or outcome will be from your very first course. And I will see you tomorrow on video number 3. We're going to really get into the launch part of it and overcoming the challenges with creating a course. All right, until then, bye-bye.